and welcome to today's episode of NYSC Half Hour. I am Nkem Okwogo. The National Youth Service Corps is widely acclaimed as the most vibrant youth-driven organization in Nigeria and indeed Africa, with a dynamic structure to inculcate discipline in Nigerian youth by instilling in them a tradition of industry at work, patriotic and loyal service to Nigeria in any situation they may find themselves. It is an exciting episode. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
I was once a corps member. In fact, I can tell you that I want to serve again. The last time I served my fatherland, now I want to serve my motherland because I'm a Nigerian left and right. The NYSC scheme, sir, is one of the most successful schemes. I can attest to that because many of the corps members I met, either while I was in service or here in my local community, are people that have never been to that place before. I served between 1998 and 99. We served and we know what we saw. Really very interesting. At the camp where we were trained for 3 weeks, the room, our hostel, only 2 of us are from this northern part of the country. I am an Nigerite, born here in Minna. The other one was from Sokoto State, and we were posted to Gombe State. So it was so lively because what you don't know about other people's culture, you will tend to learn it there. They will tell you. And surprisingly, there are things like myth. Myth are stories that are not true. It is when you go to verify that you know that actually this is this and this is that. And that tell me that you can never judge someone unless you go and hear and interact with him. At the camp, I learned so many things, and I thank God for that. If I didn't go, I wouldn't know that. Up till this moment, sir, that we're having this interview, I still have a close contact with the people there in Gombe State. 3 of their sons came to serve here in Niger State, and they leave it to me. There are 2 things we learn. I'm here, I'm a Muslim, and we have one special festivity, the Big Salah, where we normally slaughter a ram. To my surprise, we wanted to do what they call campfire night. Very lively then. We all agree because what the scheme will teach you is integration and cooperation. The hostel there, our head was from Edo State. He was there and he said, we are all together 2020 naira that we are going to buy goods. Luckily, as at that time, I happen to be those who don't have the money. I don't have 20 naira. And the second person came from a village in either Niger Delta State, I don't know, I've forgotten the village. 2 of us did not give we did not pay our contribution. Then they came to me. He said, our friend, we are asked to contribute 20 naira to buy goat. You didn't pay. Why? I said, please, I'm sorry. I don't have it now, but I promise you, as soon as I get it, I will pay back. He said, that's all right. I will pay for you. That was what he said. And we can become friends. He said, I will pay for you. We only met there in the camp. We said, I will pay for you. He said, but we will go and ask the other person why he didn't pay. I joined them to go and ask him, why didn't you pay? He said he didn't pay not because he doesn't have the money, but he wants to know what are they going to buy. Is it a goat or a sheep? He said he wants to know what they want to buy. He said, is there any difference between a sheep and a goat? He said, no, in their culture, they don't eat sheep and ram. I was surprised. See us here in the northern part, when Big Salah comes, people will be struggling to buy ram and sheep to slaughter, to kill. But see people say they don't eat ram and sheep. I was very inquisitive. I wanted to know why. He said, no, it's their culture. I said, what are we saying? There was one famine and war. During that famine and war, their oracles helped them. What the oracle did was, they now transform the people, the entire inhabitant there in that village, they turn into sheep. After the famine and war, they now brought them back to human beings. They say since then, all of their descendants, people there, they don't eat sheep and they don't eat ram. We respected him. And then we agree, we will not buy sheep or ram, but we will buy goat. Yoruba call it ewure, am I right? Ewure, goat. So that is where I learned this. And because of my background, I know it is good to know people's culture. And once you know what this man's like, you try to like it. If you don't like it, don't dislike it. And you live peacefully. So the NYSC scheme taught me more of like a kind of tolerance and a kind of togetherness, because we work hand in hand. In fact, we forget that this is from north, this is from south, this is from east. We work as one. And we want to give kudos to government for bringing this type of scheme. We will continue to pray and bless whoever bring the scheme, because it's a very successful scheme.
On the news today, NYSC restates zero tolerance for fraudulent mobilization process. The National Youth Service Corps has restated its commitment to prosecute anyone that undermines the integrity of its mobilization process. The Director General, Brigadier General Shuaibu Ibrahim, stated this during the inauguration of the NYSC Anti-Corruption and Transparency Unit at the scheme's National Directorate in Abuja. The Gwazo Consultative Forum in Kano State has commended NYSC Director General, Brigadier General Shuaibu Ibrahim for his favorable disposition to corps members' welfare. The chairman of the forum, Dr. Habibu Sadauki, gave this commendation when he led some members of the forum on a thank you visit to the Director General on behalf of the people of Gwazo community for procuring prosthetic limbs for corps member Nuruddin Tahir, who was involved in a road traffic accident after his orientation course in Taraba State, which led to the amputation of his only remaining arm, having lost one at a tender age. The group commended the compassionate effort by the Director General towards resuscitating him back to normal life. Corps members receive State Honors Award. Corps member Deborah Ilori receives the Minister Honors Award, while Patrick was given a commendation certificate. They were both awarded by the Honorable Minister of State for the Federal Capital Territory, Ramatu Tijani Aliyu. The corps members were presented with a certificate and an automatic employment by the Honorable Minister. Welcome back. Today, we feature the Community Development Service project of a group of 2019 Batch C corps members who donated classroom desk and built a toilet block to enhance the learning experience of pupils in IBB Primary School, Mina, Niger State. You don't want to miss the story. It is indeed a laudable display of selfless service to humanity. Come with us.
Obey the clarion call. Let us lift our nation high, under the sun or in the rain, with dedication and selflessness. Nigeria's ours, Nigeria we serve. Youth obey.
I'm happy to welcome you to IBB Primary School, Mina, Niger State. I'll give a little biography on this school for people to know the school very well. This school was established in 1936, which has produced many personalities in Nigeria, like former two heads of states, like General Absalam Abubakar, General IBB, the Emir of Mina, senators, name them all. Governors. I was seated one day in my office. Corps members of 2019 Batch A corps members came to my office, Chanchaga local government, came to my office and requested me what are my challenges in the school. I mentioned them, and among them they said they will consider what they will be able to assist us with. But as God will have it, another day again, I was seated. They came to me that they are able to help the school with chairs for pupils, which they asked us to send our pupils to the Emir's Palace where they gave us the donation. As God will have it, when we brought these materials to the school, in fact, if you see the school environment that day, it was very pleasing as the children were jubilating that they have gotten chairs, they have gotten chairs. But having this one, we decided to give to one of the classes, which is class 6E.
My name is Muhammad Hassan Alfa, 2019 Batch A core member. I was the chairman of Mega Project. We look around the schools in Mina, Chanchaga precisely. They lack chairs. So we met with the state coordinator. We told her that this is what we want to do, the project I want to embark on. And she now said that it must be voluntarily, we must not force anyone. And that was how we mobilized around the community and the co-member who voluntarily give us their assistance. And that was how the project started. And God's willing, we were able to finish the project successfully.
Sometimes 2 to 3 years back, vividly, the core members came in here when they asked the same question. We told them they were able to erect a block of 2 toilets for us, far back at the other side, and we've been using it effectively.
The NYSC is indeed galvanizing the great potential of our youth and is generating the needed community interest towards national development. We move on to the beautiful love story of ex-core member Chiamaka Emmanuel from Imo State and Sunday Frank from Bayelsa State, who both served in Nasarawa State and found love in each other during their service here. Their story is beyond a love story, which is amazing, by the way. But their story is also entrepreneurial. They are today business partners who found a point of common interest in the NYSC SAED program. Interesting, right? Let's hear from them. You don't want to miss this.
Again, viewers, my name is Obasi Chiamaka Immaculate. I'm from Imo State. I served in Nasarawa State Camp Kefi and meet my darling husband-to-be. His name is Sunday Frank. We met in camp during our SAED program, and ever since then, life has been very good for us.
My name is Sunday Frank, ex-core member. I schooled in Niger Delta State University, Bayelsa State. I'm a Soma precisely. When I saw my posting letter, it was a little bit of weight because I was imagining how will I leave Bayelsa to the north. But when I came, I saw the camp. As time goes on, I like the place and everything is going on well.
SAED in the camp was very, very sweet in the sense that we were asked to pick our different skills. When they were introducing SAED, we were like, a lot of core members were asking what is SAED all about, and they told us that SAED has to do with skill acquisition and entrepreneurship development training. So we are asked to pick different skills. A lot of skill members came to the camp, like trainers, and I found myself in environment SAED. Environment SAED is where I got to learn so many things. where I learned how to produce paint, how to mold block, not just paint production, but what I do now is paint production, but I learned a lot.
During the first day at SAED, when we all pick our various SAED, so we were sitting down. So she she just sat beside me, and from there we started communication. And I found out that she already has ideas that I already have. So from there we get along, we start flowing, and we start sharing ideas, contributing to the SAED, and this is where we are now.
Like he has already said, we met in camp and during SAED. You understand? So we met during SAED. The same skill I choose was what he chose. We met under environment SAED. From there, we were actually having the same idea. So he has passion for paint production, while I also have passion for paint production.
You disobey the clarion call. Let us sleep.
After the camp, the both of us were working together to see how we can make it work. So this is what we have achieved, the both of us.
The first impression was the first day at SAED, when we were attending SAED. Although that SAED particularly was, I never wanted to join that environment SAED, because all my attention was, let me go to driving. But my friends pushed me, say, come, environment. I said, I know things about environment. There's no need for me to go into environment again. They say, no, as we are four, we'll all go there, that we'll learn one side. So when I get to the place, as soon as I sat down, I found out that she was coming late. So she too, she sat close to me. So that was the focal point where it all started. So when we start gisting, and I found out that she has my idea, and the idea I have, she has them, and the same thing, it goes together. Then from there, I started having my own thought. I said, wow, this one will be very good, or let me be watching. So from there, we keep communication, and that's where it all started.
Which day did you not say babe come, or did it just happen naturally?
Well, it happened naturally. That's from that point. Then after everything, then when we left the camp, then I called her and I told her about it, and I believe it was already in her. So the feelings were already.
He actually did something that I was not really comfortable with. That was when I noticed that I was really, I don't know, like ahead. So we went to Mommy to get something, and he left me there. So leaving me there, I felt somehow. When I came back to the hostel, I was like, why? Well, why am I now getting angry? Is it not just? And we were leaving the camp, like that was in 2 or 3 days time. And when he came, he was like, he's very sorry and stuff like that. When we left the camp, from there he started calling, and that is we are here today now, the both of us.
You disobey the clarion call. Let us sleep.
The name of our company is Sparkle White Enterprise. In bracket, the Splendid Paint, which is our product. Here we produce paints, and it's in Nasarawa State. So we produce paints, we sell chemicals, and we supply to schools, Sokoga primary schools within Kefi here, in Abuja, some Estate2, and some other places. And we sell the chemicals. People come, they buy. Those that need box production, we produce for them like the NYSC. Like currently now, we are the one producing the paint they are using there. So that's the area we have been supplying to. And we supply some chemicals to Nasarawa State Poly, where we did production there, like almost 500 buckets. That was last year, which we supplied to that place, and we supplied chemicals too to them. So we supply to their entrepreneurship center, and we also consult for Nasarawa State University, that is INSU, where she's a facilitator there. So we consult for them in terms of paint production. So we handle the affairs of paint when it comes to production in terms of some project inside the school and outside the school.
You disobey the clarion call. Let us lift our nation high under the sun or in the rain.
The relationship, we have actually taken it far. By the special grace of God, October and November this year, we are getting married. NYSC have really help to both of us because we met in camp, and with that, we're also getting married. If he has not come from Bayelsa to Nigeria State, I would not have met him.
The sun or in the rain, with dedication and self.
After camp, we came together and observed that since we have this knowledge, let's improve on it instead of going to look for, daily job and paid job. And we started bringing ideas and started calculating formulas. Since I can do calculation very well and try to break it and balance equation, so we started going on to the chemicals, and I observed that if we venture into it in terms of paint production, it will be very good. And with our knowledge as graduates, we will do better. So why people must patronize it is that here, when you come, you see what you are looking for. You see the color you want to buy in terms of paint. You get it before we sell and you go. And we produce it here.
We have compared ours with other companies. You understand? We check it and what is in this paint that we don't have, and try to improve better than what other companies are having. You understand? So the business have really been favorable because when we cross-check it and we see that this one, because when you're looking at paint, first things you look at the coverage. The coverage, most people said, if I buy paint, most of the paint don't cover. Once you have to coat for 1 and 2, 3 times and the coating is not covering. A normal standard paint, once you coat the first and second time, it has covered already. And again, most people look at paint not staining. There are some paints once you buy, once you relax your body on it, you just feel that it's peeling, it's staining all over your body. So we also consider that too. There's nobody that buy our products that complains about that. So, and the long lasting, there are some paints, once you buy it and keep it, before you know it will just solidify, it will get block. You can't use it. So our own, once you buy it and keep even for 2 years, 3 years, the product, the way you left with it is the same way it will remain. It will not go and solidify. And we don't only produce one kind of paint here. We do emulsion, the test coat, the gloss, marble trowel, any kind of paint at all you want. We are into it.
I learned a lot here, and I see it as an opportunity for me because I came here firstly as an IT student, and after that I later become a worker here. I'm gaining something here and I'm okay with it.
I still thank the NYSC because it is because of NYSC that I get to meet her, and it is still because of NYSC that we are here today. And this is what we are doing.
So we want to say a very big thank you to NYSC. They have really helped us. We being together today is NYSC, and we want to thank them for SAED. If it's not because of SAED, we will not be where we are today. Aside the both of us, I know a lot of coppers that SAED have really helped them. Even during this period of COVID-19, I have a friend of mine, she's also an ex-corps member. I know how much she made from hand sanitizer. Understand? So SAED is very important. Because I know when we're in camp, most people don't take it serious. They're just like, is it not something that you go there and sleep? So when you have that determination to learn, you will definitely achieve. If you feel that 3 weeks is not enough for you to learn what you want to do in camp, that is why they create room for post-camp training. There are trainers that can also help you to achieve what you want to do. So that period of your 1 year, if you really have passion for what you are doing, you will definitely learn. There's no how that you said you will not learn. That was how we started, and we are here today. And we are really going far. God is helping us. Not just only we get contracts. I also want to use this medium to invite the DJ of NYSC, Brigadier General Shuaibu Ibrahim, for our wedding coming up October and November. October 24th is the traditional marriage in Imo State, while the white wedding is taking place here in Nasarawa State, where we met in Kefi here. That will be on 14th of November. We really appreciate your presence, sir. Thank you very much.
DG, please attend their wedding. Let me assure you, dear Chiamaka and Frank, you have the full support of the Director General, Brigadier General Shuaibu Ibrahim, and like a father, he is proud of you. This is where we draw the curtain on today's episode of NYSC Half Hour. I hope you had a great time. Thank you for investing your time with us. Remember, the safety of corps members in our communities is the responsibility of you and I. We always love to hear from you. Write to us on the online handle displayed right now on your screens, and we would write back. Until I see you next time, I am Nkem Okwogo. Stay safe.
Section 6 of the National Youth Service Corps Act places in every state government the responsibility to arrange and provide accommodation, boarding, transportation, and to provide other facilities which are essential for the welfare of members of the Service Corps and the success of the scheme in the states, and also to arrange the provision of facilities for orientation courses and winding up exercises. While Section 7 subsection 4 states that every state government shall be required to provide such other facilities and contribute to the implementation and achievement of the programs and projects of the Service Corps in the states, including, but not limited to, land for agriculture, orientation camps, and transportation facilities. The Director General and the management of the National Youth Service Corps appreciates the efforts of all the state governments who have provided adequate facilities for corps members serving in their states, and uses this medium to encourage and appeal to other state governments to provide adequate facilities for corps members serving in their states in order to guarantee a smooth and successful service year. Thank you.